What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today I've locked in 4 NBA picks. So buckle up, I've done the research, let's hit these and stack these wins. So, before we jump into the picks, let's do a quick recap on yesterday's video. We went 1-1 on the day. First up, we had SGO over 42.5 PRA. Need the whole game, but he gets it done and cashes with ease. Then we had Musa Diabate over 17.5 points and rebounds. And yeah, honestly, this might be the last time in a while that I bet on this guy. One game he looks great, next game he disappears. Absolute roller coaster. On paper it was an easy matchup, but still couldn't get it done. So for the month, we are down 3.33 units. We've still got 2 more days to push into the positive. Let's keep on grinding. So as always, I use PropsMadness, the best tool out there for player prop analysis. If you want to try it out for yourself, there's a link in the description down below that'll get you a nice juicy discount on your first purchase. So for the first pick, heading to the Kings and the Celtics game, and I'm going with Peyton Pritchard for 20 plus points. So for the season, he's only over this line in 7 out of 21 games, averaging 16.5 points. But Jaylen Brown is out for this game. And when he's not playing, he's over this line 100% of the time, averaging 25.3 points from a 28% usage rate and 22.3 field goal attempts. So if you look at games where he attempts at least 20 field goals, he is over this line in 5 out of 5 games, averaging 30 points. And even if you look at games where he has a 28% usage rate, so we'll look at games where he has at least 26% usage rate. He's over this line again 100% of the time, averaging 29.1 points per game. So for matchup wise, it is pretty decent. They do allow a lot of points to transition to isolation and free throws, where he likes to score his points from. They also allow the second most amount of points in the non-restricted area, where he scores 27% of his points. And also the second most amount of points within 10 feet of the basket, where he scores 22% of his points. Expecting a nice, strong performance from Peyton Pritchard here today, especially without Jaylen Brown in the lineup. And then for the second pick, heading to the Grizzlies and the Pelicans game, and I'm going with Jalen Wells over 10.5 points. So for the season, he's only over this line in 24 out of 45 games, averaging 11.7 points. With Morant out of the lineup, he's already over this line in 14 out of 25 games, averaging 12 points from 10 field goal attempts and 18.9 usage rate. So when you look at games where he averages at least 10 field goal attempts, he's over this line in 15 out of 25 games, averaging 12.8 points. Not only that, it is a pretty soft matchup for him today. Pelicans allow the 7th most amount of points to spot up shooting and the 2nd and 3rd most amount to transition, where he loves to score his points from. They also allow the 3rd most amount of points to catch and shoot plays, where he scores 47% of his points from, and also the 3rd most amount of threes, where he scores 29% of his points from, and the 2nd most amount of points in the restricted area, where he scores 22% of his points from. Expecting a nice, good performance from Jalen Wells without Morant and Aldama and Edie in the lineup today. Then for the third pick, heading to the Raptors and the Magic game, and I'm going with Parlay under 4.5 assists. Yes, under 4.5 assists. Very rare under, but I'm really liking this today. So for the season, he's only over this line in 16 out of 36 games, averaging 4.9 assists. So in this matchup, Franz is out, but Jalen Suggs is in, and Desmond Bane is in, and that changes it up a lot. So when Franz is out and Suggs is in, his role becomes more of a shooter compared to an assist guy. As you can see from the graph, he's only averaging 3.9 assists when these guys are playing. Compared to his points, he's averaging 28.3 points per game. Not only that, the Raptors allow the 3rd fewest assists in the league and the 9th fewest assists to his position. He only averages 8.3 potential assists when these guys are playing and when Franz is out. So for him to get more than 50% of his assists from this is looking pretty unlikely. So really liking Parlay under 4.5 assists for this game. And then for the final main pick, heading to the Cavaliers and the Suns game, and I'm going with Dylan Brooks over 21.5 points. So for the season, he's only over this line in 20 out of 42 games, averaging 21 points per game. However, Devin Booker is out for this game, and when he's not playing, he's over this line in 4 out of 7 games, averaging 23.6 points from a 31.8% usage rate and a 19.4 field goal attempts. So when you look at games where he attempts at least 18 field goal attempts, he's over this line in 13 out of 19 games, averaging 24.6 points. Even when you look at his usage rate, when he has at least a 30% usage rate, he's over this line in 12 out of 17 games, averaging 25.5 points. Not only that, the matchup with the Cavs is pretty decent. So they allow the 10th most amount of spot-up shooting and also the 9th most amount of free throws where he loves to score his points from. They also allow the 4th most amount of points in the mid-range where he scores 18% of his points from, and the 11th most amount of threes where he scores 36% of his points from. Even looking at recent games in the last 5 games, they have been allowing a lot of pull-up shots as well, the 3rd most in the league where he scores 46% of his points from. Expecting a very nice solid performance from Dylan Brooks here today, and should go over this 21.5 points line pretty easily. So that's pretty much it for today's picks, my main picks anyway. So let's look through a few of the plays that I'm liking. Actually, only one more really. Going back to the Grizzlies and the Pelicans game, and I'm going with Jock Landale over 8.5 rebounds. So for the season, he's only over this line in 10 out of 42 games, averaging 6.4 rebounds. But Edey is out for this lineup, and when he's not playing, he averages 14.4 rebound chances and 6.8 rebounds, which is a nice little increase. He's also expected to play at least 25 minutes here today. So when he plays 25 plus minutes, he's over this line in 8 out of 18 games, averaging 7.4 rebounds, but it does get even better. So for the season, the Pelicans are allowing the 7th most amount of rebounds in the league and the 2nd most amount of rebounds to his position. So when you filter in the weak defenses for rebounds allowed, he's over this line in only 4 out of 8 games, but averaging 8.3 rebounds. He is going to be the main rebounder for these guys today. So I can definitely see Jock Landale grabbing those boards pretty easily. He has versed the Pelicans once this season already. He grabbed 11 rebounds from 16 rebound chances. Earlier on in the season, he only got 4 rebounds, but that was because Aldama was playing. Whereas without Aldama as well, he's got, the 11 rebounds from 16 rebound chances. And for the season, he's over his line 100% of the time with Aldama and Edey out, averaging 11 rebounds from 17.5 rebound chances. That's pretty much it for today's picks. If you're liking the content, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, stay safe, good luck with your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video. Laters.